What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Geoffrey again, and welcome to another episode of Geoffrey's Customs. And today we're doing another My Little Pony OC, who apparently does appear in My Little Pony G5. It is Luminous Dazzle. The character was originally made by fan artist named Lumi, so credit goes to her. She entered the character into a official contest held by Lakia Sweden in July 2022, whose first and only prize was to have the character show up in an episode of My Little Pony Tell Your Tale alongside receiving a box of toys. The contest rules were originally simple, with no age limits, with the only no ability being limiting rules being that with participants to be a Swedish citizen to visit a physical Lakia store in order to submit the character drawing. And Luminous Dazzle was the winner of a unknown number of entries. But that didn't mean that there was intellectual right controversy, because there was. Because the winner of the contest was required to transfer all intellectual rights to the winning character to Hasbro. However, this was not mentioned in the official rules of the contest. Although Lumi has consistently said that the transfer process was amicable, reactions in the G5 fandom to require the transfer have varied greatly. And all later official character contests in all other countries for Tell Your Tale specified a rule, but also added a maximum participant age of 12 or older for unknown reasons. Lumi, of course, was a much older adult during the Swedish contest. I really have to say that her design looks really impressive, which is why I'm making this custom to pay as a utmost respect for all people in Sweden, especially Lumi, so credit goes to her for this one. So enough rambling about that, let's just get on to the toy. So basically, I ordered a duplicate of the Guardians of Harmony Spitfire just for the custom, because I've got one in my collection, and I got this spare one because it was like a bonus. So I didn't know what to do with it until I thought, why not make Luminous Dazzle, because I've met her on Ponytown before in the past when I joined the game. And of course, it's just to pay, tribute to the character in general. So disassembly was very easy for that matter. All I just needed was to disassemble the wings and the tail. That way the painting can be much more easier. And speaking of painting, this actually used up about all my green paint that I use for the Geoffrey customs of, my OC. And I'll show you right here what I mean by that. Dead serious, this project used up all my white paint for the priming of the mane and the tail, and the green paint for the base of the actual fur, because Luminous Dazzle, just like my OC, is green, which is a color that isn't really commonly used in My Little Pony at all, because people say that green is a quote-unquote ugly color. Well, for me, I say that is bogus, because I don't find green ugly, because I kind of find green to be a rather nice color. And I know there's some people that will disagree with me, and there's people that disagree with me. This more power goes to you, because I could respect opinions on that, but I think green is a nice color in general. The wings were simple recolor, just Pam green, and yeah. The tail, of course, was a bit of a challenge, because I had to, I thought experimenting, painting it blue first would work, and then put the pink over it. But then something kind of went, awry with the pink, so I had to do it over with pink, and then put blue over it, and then varnish it all. And the same thing applied with the mane. I had to do the lighter colors first before I did the darker colors. It's not the best, but you can still see it. And her eyes are blue, and her key mark is not the most accurate, but it's still a star with some sparkles. So enough about that. Let's reattach her parts and see what she looks like. Guys, I am really sorry if my microphone keeps cutting out like this. I think I need to update my iOS system, or just my microphone's just being stupid at the moment. But I record all this on the computer and then import everything to Cinemaster, because I wanted to try to change a pace. But you can still see that my voice is kind of sounding the same through the microphone, so I think it's just a microphone issue. But here she is, all completed, and I have to say she looks kind of beautiful, actually, with the green and the blue and the purplish pink. Like, scaling her next to my OC that you see in the distance, like the corner next to her, like, you gotta understand why it used up all the green paint and the white paint as well. So I have to get those colors again. And I have to get some more epoxy sculpt for future projects of other characters. Because, doing customs it's a full-time hobby that is, like, I do in my spare time. Because don't get me wrong, I'm a very busy guy. And if I had to, like, if I was to give my OC to Hasbro, like, to use my name in the Hasbro My Little Pony show, it would be a very hard take for me, like a hard pill to swallow, because I've grown to the OC of my green and red OCs. So yeah, and yeah, this is Luminous Dazzle. I hope you enjoyed what she looks like. Well, my version of her. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Also, Lumi did a really good job designing this character. Go Team Green Ponies.